I joke you're working as a Christian pastor with one thought to help you do life well. We all like to feel like we are in control. And this would be possible if we were able to keep people out of our lives. Because the moment people get involved, well, things get complicated. You see, people do not always follow the script. They don't always treat us the way that we want to be treated, and this leads to a bunch of emotions. Often we experience things like anger, bitterness, and resentment. And what makes it worse is that there's a stream in the Christian thought, in the Christian faith, that promotes an idea of emotional numbness. They teach that you and I are not supposed to have an emotional response when we are wronged. And a passage of scripture that they normally quote to back up their teaching or their thought pattern is where Jesus said that once someone slapped you on the one cheek, you must turn the other cheek. When Jesus taught this, he was speaking about the law that allowed retaliation. And then he said, no, instead of an eye for an eye, turn the other cheek. If his intention was to say that as his followers, we should just accept it when we get clapped around, then he lived removed from his own teaching. He made a whip and cleared out the temple. Another example would be when Pilate, just before his crucifixion, asked him whether he didn't realize that he, Pilate, was holding his life in his hand. Jesus responded by saying that it was his choice to lay down his life. And I think this was what he was teaching. We cannot control what comes our way, but what we can control is how we choose to respond. The only thing you and I will have control over today is how we choose to respond to what goes on inside of us. You and I cannot control our spouse, the other road user, our boss, our co-workers. The only thing that we can control is our response. So here's a bold challenge for you today. Choose your response today. Whatever happens today, practice a deliberate choice to choose your response. Don't worry about the nature of your response, whether it seems Christian-like or not. Just for this one day, practice to be intentional in your choice, intentional in your response, because the moment you are intentional about your response, you and I access the power that God has given to us. So, when you and I choose our response, we become powerful. So choose to be intentional today. No matter what happens, be intentional about how you respond. See you soon.